Good afternoon, YouTubers. I've got my my gardening hat on here today. It is Sunday, June 22nd, and I have got big, exciting things in the garden today. I will show you. Hang on just a moment. All right, there it is. The first red tomato of the season. June 22nd, up here in Zone 5 in Wisconsin. That's a nice, beautiful little sweet pea, cherry, currant tomato. It's tiny. I'm going to have to look at it a little bit closer to see if I can actually pick it. And maybe we'll be eating one little tomato. But hey, it's very early in the season. And as you can see, we are just getting prolific amounts of flowers here. The tomatoes are loving this horse manure compost. It's really working great. I'll show you a few more. So believe it or not, these were the first ones I noticed. They just started to blush a couple days ago. But you can see we're just loaded down with these little tomatoes. This plant, if anyone ever grows a sweet pea currant tomato, do not try to trellis it. It is a losing cause. This is a totally bushy plant. There is no bones about it. You just got to let it go everywhere. I'm doing my best to kind of trellis it up a little bit, but I've stopped pulling the suckers because every sucker that comes out immediately produces a ton of little flowers, and I just can't bring myself to take them down. So I'm just going to let it go crazy, and we'll do what we can do. Over here, the Sheboygan tomatoes are getting enormous. I'm hoping they're going to start to blush real soon, at least the really big ones, because I've got 2 or 3 enormous ones here that are really a good size, and they will be really good eating as soon as they are ready to go. You can see it's become, these guys are really a great producer so far. If these guys all start ripening up and doing well, it's going to be fantastic. No major news on the brandywines except for the fact that we're getting major fruit set. They're a little bit smaller than I don't know, some of them are maybe a little bit smaller than the golf ball. A lot of them are a little bit fatter than my thumb. That's about how big they are right now. So those are looking really nice. And the cherry tomatoes, I'm hoping they're going to start blushing soon too. Here's a couple of them that really have been with me for a while now, and I think they're getting a pretty decent size. There you go. But what is really exciting about them is, oops, sorry, there was a bee there. I'm happy to have him, but he was a little close for comfort. What's really wonderful is that the flowers are actually starting to set fruit all the way like about 3 or 4 feet up off the ground. You can see these guys are just flowers everywhere. And they're really quite pretty flowers. Take a look at these. All these cucumbers have been flowering like crazy. But what is exciting is that we're starting to have the female plants are starting to flower. Let's see if I can find one here for you. So right here is a female cucumber plant. You can see the cucumber behind it. That's it opened up, and it will hopefully get pollinated. I could do it myself manually, but I have not been doing that. But that is a female plant, and I'll show you a male plant right over here. Take a look at that plant. That flower, it is, that's a great example. See how it just has the stalk and no little cucumber behind it? That's a male. So that will fertilize the females, and then we'll be having cucumbers. So the massively overplanted pepper bed is actually doing great. I'm not condoning this for the future, saying that I'm going to overplant it this much again, but there are peppers everywhere. They are setting fruit like crazy. I kind of dig in there and I find peppers all over the place, and that's a really kind of fun experience. I'll see if I can just part the seeds here a little bit and find you a couple peppers. All those flowers are all setting fruit now. There's a bunch more little peppers growing. If I come over here to the middle of the bed, open this up, there's a bunch more in there too. So everywhere is just peppers, 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 which is obviously a lot of fun. So my okra is getting ready to flower, but as you can see, my ants here are getting on my okra. And I've got to look up and see how big of a problem that is. It's only attacking really one plant, this one, but I'm not a real fan of this. I got to look it up and see if it's bad or if it's okay. It doesn't seem to be doing any damage, but I have no idea if it is or not. Maybe I'll have to figure something out to get rid of these ants. But if anybody knows, please comment. Either on if it's a bad thing or what I can do to fix it. And here is the other very exciting piece of new fruit in my, well, not really fruit, but the new exciting thing in my garden is the broccoli has started to make some heads. There's one here, there's one in here, and I think those are the only two right now, but that's obviously very exciting. My radishes, I think, are goners. They've gone to seed. I'm going to let them flower and see if I can collect the seeds just as an experiment. Been harvesting more and more lettuce. I think it's about to really make a head, but I've got some more little baby lettuce that's coming up here that I'll start to eat. And the beets are starting to look good. Carrots, if anyone knows how to make carrots germinate better, please let me know. I've only had, of all the ones I planted, that's all I got. I'm very much interested in that kind of information. And the watermelons are just going like crazy. So that's pretty much a scoop. First red tomato of the year. And for me, of my life. So that's pretty exciting. I will keep you guys posted. Happy gardening.